You're listening to Muscle and Mind, your weekly dose of science-backed strength and strategy, hosted by Blake Anders, a sports science grad who breaks down fitness and mindset into real-world results. Train smart, think strong. This is Muscle and Mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Muscle and Mind, your weekly dose of science-backed strength and strategy. I'm your host, Blake Anders, and today we're digging deep into the world of muscle-building myths. Now, whether you're a seasoned athlete or just getting into fitness, you've probably heard a lot of claims about how you should train to build muscle effectively. But how much of it is based on science? And how much is just gym folklore? Today, we'll tackle these questions by examining the myths and misconceptions surrounding muscle growth. We'll rely on the latest scientific research to bust these myths and give you actionable insights that you can incorporate into your training routine. So, let's get started by understanding what muscle-building myths are and why they persist. Let's begin with defining what a muscle-building myth is. Essentially, it's a belief or concept about training and muscle development that has gained traction despite lacking support from scientific evidence. These myths often stem from anecdotes or outdated theories, and while they can seem convincing, they don't always hold up under scrutiny. A lot of these beliefs have been around for ages, perpetuated by word of mouth, locker room lore, or even false promises from fitness marketing. And because these myths are so deeply ingrained, they can be challenging to dispel. The first myth we'll tackle is the idea that muscle soreness is an indicator of a good workout. Many people equate soreness with the effectiveness of their training session. However, the truth is more nuanced. Sure, muscle soreness, or DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, is a sign that you've exerted your muscles, but it's not necessarily an indicator of a productive workout. Soreness happens due to micro-tears in muscle fibers, which occur when muscles are worked harder than usual. But excessive soreness can actually be counterproductive, as it might indicate that your body isn't recovering properly, which can hinder your progress over time. Research has shown that you can make muscle gains even if you're not constantly experiencing significant soreness. It's important to focus on progressive overload, gradually increasing the stress placed on your muscles during workouts, rather than simply seeking soreness as a marker of success. Progressive overload promotes hypertrophy effectively, helping muscles grow without unnecessary discomfort. Remember, not feeling sore doesn't mean you've had a poor workout. Instead, a lack of soreness might indicate that your body is adapting and becoming more resilient. Another common myth is that you should always push your pace during exercise to build muscle. The idea here is that faster reps equate to more intensity and better results. However, the key to muscle growth isn't speed, it's tension. Time under tension is pivotal when it comes to hypertrophy. This means focusing on controlled, deliberate movements that keep your muscles engaged for a longer period during each rep. Rushing through reps might activate momentum, reducing the workload on your muscles and decreasing the effectiveness of your training. By lifting at a moderate pace and prioritizing control, you're ensuring that each repetition counts, maximizing the mechanical tension that leads to muscle growth. With that clarified, let's talk about the relationship between tension, soreness, and muscle growth. Muscle tension is the force that muscles must overcome while contracting, a critical stimulus for hypertrophy. While both tension and moderate soreness can be part of effective training, they serve different functions. Soreness is more about muscle recovery from micro-damage, whereas mechanical tension is the actual driver of muscle growth adaptation. The scientific research emphasizes that sustainable tension through controlled, proper form during exercises is more dominative for hypertrophy than seeking soreness or faster movements. Now, let's move on to another critical factor in muscle building: recovery. Recovery is just as important as the workouts themselves. It's during recovery that your body repairs and evolves, building stronger muscle fibers. A well-rounded recovery plan includes proper nutrition, hydration, and rest. Think of recovery not just as downtime, but as the phase where growth happens. Many athletes mistakenly push through fatigue, equating constant training with constant progress. But without proper recovery, you're placing yourself at risk of overtraining, which can lead to burnout or injury, ultimately setting you back in your journey. An effective recovery strategy allows your muscles to adapt efficiently and prevents the negative impacts of overtraining syndrome. This includes ensuring you're getting enough sleep, which is when a lot of your muscle repair and growth happens, thanks to the release of growth hormones. Also crucial is balancing your macros, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, to fuel recovery and prepare you for the next workout session. Remember, rest days aren't optional. They're vital. They contribute to greater endurance, strength, and overall better performance in the long run. Let's shift gears and talk about splitting fact from folklore when it comes to understanding hypertrophy, the technical term for muscle growth. Many myths arise because hypertrophy can seem like a mysterious concept, yet it's based on concrete principles studied widely in exercise science. To foster hypertrophy, one needs to focus on progressive overload, volume, the total amount of work done, intensity, and frequency. It's easy to get distracted by sensational claims, but effective muscle growth is rooted firmly in these evidence-based components. So, what practical tips can you apply from these myth-busting revelations? Firstly, cultivate patience and consistency. Results from training don't happen overnight, and quick fixes are often more alluring than they are effective. Second, pay attention to your body's signals. If you're overworking your body to the point of pain or extreme fatigue, it's time to reassess and allow for recovery. Third, prioritize form over volume. Correct technique is more beneficial in the long run than lifting heavier weights with poor form. Lastly, educate yourself continually. The fitness industry is rife with theories, but always seek out credible sources backed by reputable research. A major part of combating misconceptions in fitness is developing a strong mindset. It's natural to encounter doubts and be influenced by prevalent narratives, but questioning and researching what you're told is empowering. Good training is as much mental as it is physical. By integrating a growth mindset into your fitness journey, you're better equipped to adapt, overcome challenges, and achieve long-term achievements without falling into the trap of myths. Embrace skepticism as a tool for growth, not cynicism. Before we wrap up, remember, myths in muscle building aren't just misleading. They can hinder progress. By adopting an evidence-based approach to your training, you empower yourself to make informed decisions that cater to your personal goals. Whether it's questioning the need for soreness after every workout or understanding the unsung hero role of rest and recovery, debunking these myths can profoundly impact how you perceive fitness. And in an age filled with information, I encourage you always to look deeper and verify claims with science. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Muscle and Mind. Today, we've debunked several prevailing myths surrounding muscle growth, focusing on how science can guide your strength training effectively. Remember, building muscle isn't just about the physical act, but also about the mindset and understanding that fuels your transformation journey. I hope today's discussion gives you more clarity, motivates you to question the status quo, and helps you onwards toward your fitness goals. I'm Blake Anders, and as always, stay strong, train smart, and keep your mind and muscles engaged. Until next time, take care.
That wraps up this episode of Muscle and Mind, where strength meets strategy. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to follow and share it with someone who trains with purpose. For more episodes, tips, and resources, head over to muscleandmindweekly.com. Until next time, train smart, think strong.